Welcome to Valencia, your host for round 4 of the GT4 Winter Series at Circuit Ricardo Tormo.
I'm going to do my best. We might struggle a little bit, but I'm going to do my most best to hold the lead and try to control the race, really.
Yeah, same as always. Try and get the best result, which is always first. Yeah, starting on the outside, just got to see how it plays out with the elite next to us. But yeah, hoping for another good result. You know, being consistent is always key.
I'm not in the fastest car on the grid. I know that for a fact. We're struggling a little bit this weekend with this particular car, but you know the team are doing the best they can to get something good underneath me, and hopefully we can make the race spicy.
This weekend seems pretty good. The qualifying was just a bit unlucky with all the gravel on track, but now I think I can show my real speed.
First time here, and I've seen this place on TV watching Valentino Rossi race MotoGP for years, so I've always been looking forward to coming here, so it's great fun.
It's the Saturday afternoon sprint race, and it's a very good start from the front of the grid from the number 19 Forsetti Motorsport machine. Mikey Porter leading the way. He's yet to claim a solo race win in the GT4 Winter Series. Around the outside there goes Joel Mesh. Your pole sitter, Tom Leben, really getting swallowed up there as this race gets underway. So it's Porter we ride on board with here, with that number 11 car of Joel Mesh in the rear view mirror. Then it's Leben, then it's Matt George on his first appearance racing in the series. Nigel Greensaw with a mighty dive there for second in Pro-Am. Great to see Team Barton Racing out here with a Toyota Supra making its first appearance in the GT4 Winter Series. Greensaw, a vastly experienced driver. Alberto Di Martin and Max Huber are at it again. Huber trying to go around the outside of Alberto Di Martin in the AM class scrap. The two NM Racing Team cars are always going at it in this class, and there you saw them really going hell for leather against one another. Tom Leben, meanwhile, in third position for the time being, would love to try and get back onto the top two steps of the podium. Max Huber with another dive on his teammate. I'm sure Neil Montserrat, the team boss, is watching this with his head in his hands. But it is Di Martin that continues to hold that lead. They've got to worry about Under Erdem behind them as well. The top three at AM all in one shot. And here comes Erdem on Alberto Di Martin. Huber is through into the class lead. And now the big BMW from Razoon could be up into second. Yes, it is. Alberto Di Martin then losing 2 positions in one fell swoop. Meanwhile, Marcus Eckler has some work to do here to stave off Nigel Greensaw for the Pro-Am lead. Greensaw to the inside line. Greensaw may well have the position here. Is there still a BMW alongside him as they run through turn 3? Yes, there is. Eckler just about holds on then. Deep though into turn 4. Greensaw squares the corner as they run through 5. The 166 Toyota making life very difficult. Linus Hana's not too far behind as well in third place in the other EMI Motorsport BMW. EMI Motorsport joining us for the first time this weekend, and currently they lead the Pro-Am standings. Here's your Cayman Trophy battle. Mikael Sander just ahead of Franz Linden in the battle for the Cayman Trophy lead. Sander looking to stave off Linden, who's fairly new to the world of racing. We've had a change, though, for the Pro-Am lead, because look at that. Through has gone Nigel Greensaw. Greensaw now on the defensive. And the top 4 in Pro-Am very close together, because Charles Dawson isn't far away either. 66 car out wide. Linus Hana now potentially going to find a way past as well. Oh, and that's a big lunge there from Marcus Eckler. It was ambitious. It's not going to pay off. In fact, it's going to demote him down to third place. Linus Hana in the sister EMI Motorsport BMW gets through. Beautiful shots overhead here of the Circuit Ricardo Tormo. Mikey Porter, with the clock hitting 0, has done just enough to stave off Joel Mesh. And Mikey Porter crosses the line and wins a race solo in the GT4 Winter Series for the first time. Joel Mesh takes second ahead of Leben. Matt George taking 4th place. Great result then. Greensill winning Pro-Am as well. Am-Class win to Max Huber, and Mikael Sander leads the Caymans. But the biggest celebrations are down at Forsetti, where Mikey Porter has won solo for the first time.
Tell us your reactions. How did it feel to cross the start-finish line and add another win for the season?
Yeah, it's great. Always good to pick up another win. My first win for the team individually. So yeah, just a great feeling, and yeah, can't thank the team enough.
Now that Mikey's got his first ever GT4 win, I understand you're gonna have to add a tattoo to yourself.
Unfortunately, it was a bit of an agreement we had a couple of weeks ago. It was for him and Jamie if they won British GT, but somehow it managed to be revoked for this race.
And it's going to be Mikey's choice, right?
Sounds that way, yeah.
Well, good luck to Mikey's manager then. That sounds like a questionable decision for the young teenager who's going to be able to choose a tattoo. Nigel Greensill winning in Pro-Am Am-Class to Max Huber. And in the Caymans, it was Mikael Sander who claimed the win. Delight for him. Race 2 of the weekend, and it's Jamie Day this time that leads the field ahead of Marcel Marshevics. Oh, and contact between Zach Meakin and Mikey Porter. Mikey Porter, who's driving both Forsetti cars this weekend, has unfortunately been tagged at turn 1. He's going to have to work his way through the field from the rear then. The Pro-Am BMWs in amongst it with some of the Cayman Trophy cars. Those Cayman Trophy cars not quite GT4 spec. I think that's Enrico Ferderer though in 5th position. Ferderer very, very quick indeed, and can more than make up for the car's deficits. There is the first ever appearance of the Sug Rennsport Porsche. Good to see them having a good showing, but Harry Barton getting past. Mikey Porter now looking for a way past Tim Peters as well. Peters, the Belgian racer with plenty of national level experience. Mikey Porter, though, fresh off a GT4 Winter Series win. He is going to carve his way through the bottom half of the top 10 fairly comfortably. Here is Porter again, now going past the Am-Class leader, Alberto Di Martin. Next target then is Harry Barton. So Porter working his way up there into the overall positions. There is Franz Linden once again having a good scrap there with Max Huber. The 660 car on the move. Oh, and Huber with a spin. Max Huber with a rare error. We've seen him be quick and consistent this year, but that was a foot wrong, certainly. Under Erdem tapping the rear of Tim Peters as the battle for second in Am starts to intensify. Under maybe running out of patience a little bit here. He dives to the inside at turn 8. That is certainly a bold move. Who's going to get the better of this? It looks as though the Porsche has the power. Yes. So still Tim just about ahead of Under Erdem. Erdem to the inside at turn 11. Very uncompromising move. And he's managed to make it stick. Or has he? Yes, he has. He stays ahead. Second in class to Erdem. Jamie Day with a bit of a bobble there. Looks like he might be struggling for grip a little bit, and that could be the opportunity that Marcel Marshevics needs. Oh, Marshevics not quite able to get to the inside at turn 2. But Jamie Day is definitely under pressure. We ride on board with Marshevics. Clips the apex at turn 3 as he continues to stalk Jamie Day. Jamie looks like he's having to nurse the car more than push right now, maybe struggling with balance. And here is the Pro-Am class battle. Emil Jerdrum getting past for the Pro-Am lead by Philip Viskirchen. So Viskirchen gets past Jerdrum in the CV Performance Mercedes. Jerdrum trying to get back to the inside line on the ME Performance BMW. It's a drag race through turn 3. Who's going to be leading Pro-Am when they get to turn 4? It is Philip Viskirchen. Oh, but a bit of a sideways moment there for the 66 car. Emil Jerdrum fighting him every inch of the way, but I think Viskirchen has done enough there. Again, right on board with Marshevics as Jamie Day continues to control this race, but again, that car not looking all the way settled in the hands of the Emirati flag driver. Final lap of the race begins then, and it begins with Marshevics in the rear view mirrors of Jamie Day. Round the outside at turn 2, tries to cut back in for a run at 3. Of course, you want the inside line for turn 4 to try and make a move there. Jamie will be driving through the mirrors, just trying to stave this one off for he and his championship hopes. Into turn 5. Maršovics puts the power down. Good run out of turn 6. That could be the opportunity he needs. It looks like he's going to be on the outside line, though, for turn 8. They approach the corner as one. Maršovics tries to carry the speed around the outside. Oh, Jamie there with a bit of a bobble, and he pushes the number 11 car off onto the gravel just slightly there. He had the corner, and Maršovics was never going to be given any space that he wasn't owed. Oh, but Jamie Day wide at the last corner. It's going to be a drag race to the line, but I think Jamie's just about done enough. It is going to be a win for Jamie Day, but the heart firmly in the mouth of the young racer. He wins ahead of Marcel Maršovics by just over 1/10 of a second. Zach Meakin taking 3rd place there. Very, very close run stuff there in the GT4 Winter Series. Goodness me. A great result then for Jamie Day, securing a win once again.
Well, that was a very close one at the end. Talk us through that last lap, Jamie.
Yeah, it was hard, obviously. A lot of pressure from the Schnitzelam guys. They did a good job and they pushed me all the way to the end. And yeah, it was hard, and it was nice to have a bit of a battle at the end then.
Great result then for Jamie Day. He wins the Pro Class and the overall podium. Pro-Am honours going to Philip Viskirchen. Great result for that youngster. In the AM class, Alberto Di Martin does it again. And in the Caymans, no one could best Enrico Ferderer, the young hot shoe from SR Motorsport. Last race of the weekend then, and it's Jamie Day on the inside. And look at Tom Leben all the way around the outside in the Elite Motorsport McLaren. That is very impressive stuff. He gets to the front of the order then, ahead of Mikey Porter, actually, I believe that is, in the number 19 car. Mikey will be driving both cars, both Fassetti machines, across the race distance. Oh, but contact there with the 85 car. That was Charles Dawson being rather rudely nudged there by Tommy Rackel, and that has damaged the rear of the 85. It is indeed Mikey Porter in 2nd place in the 19 car. Matt George in the number 7 that Mikey will take over later on. Joel Mesh getting a bit too close there and gesticulating towards Matt George as he tries to find his way past the 2nd Forsetti car. The AM class Cayman of Christian Cohen in amongst it with Max Huber for 2nd in the AM class. The Cayman Trophy cars, of course, in a separate category, but getting involved in the scraps as well. Mikael Sander there losing out to Alberto Di Martin. Some great battling here further back. Great to see the Cayman Trophy guys getting in amongst it with the AM class battle. That is your top 3 in AM in one shot. The Surg Rennsport Porsche being sandwiched by NM Racing Team Mercedes AMGs. It's Di Martin from Kuhn from Max Huber, your top 3. Look at Huber around the outside. He's maybe got the inside for turn 4. No, not quite close enough to the back of the Porsche, but look at that from Cohen. He dives to the inside of Alberto Di Martin, and Max Huber takes the opportunity to go past as well. Oh, but now Cohen drifting out wide, and that was going to allow Huber through into the AM class lead, so it's all going off further back in the order. Equally, Willi Kuhne is on the back of Franz Linden, who'll hand over to Arne Hofmeister later on. Tom Leben remains your race leader, ahead of Mikey Porter. Then it's Matt George and Joel Mesh still scrapping for 3rd place. But what's happened to Joel Mesh? Straight on at turn 2, though that's an uncharacteristic error. I'm not convinced it was an error as he slows down through turn 4. And I think Joel Mesh is withdrawing from this race again for the 2nd consecutive weekend. the Schnitzelau Mercedes is struck down by mechanical woes. And that really does throw the championship ever further towards Fassetti Motorsport. Christian Cohen up the inside of Mikael Sander. That's for 9th and 10th overall. In fact, sorry, that's Mikael Sander. Now getting overtaken by Max Huber. All really kicking off here as we now go into the second half of the race, post pit stops. And there is the 66 of Viskirchen putting a lap on Christian Cohen. Cohen looked like he wanted to fight the BMW driver there, but they're not fighting for position at this stage. Here's a move for second in Cayman Trophy. Enrico Federer getting to the inside there of Franz Linden. In fact, that's Arne Hofmeister. So Arne Hofmeister losing out to the young Enrico Federer. The AM class lead battle may have just been decided. Alberto Di Martin with a better run out of the last corner. Max Huber really got wiggly there coming out of the last turn. It's a drag race to turn one between the two Mercedes AMGs from the Spanish team. Who's going to be leading an AM by the time they get to turn one? It will be not Alberto Di Martin, rather Neil Montserrat, of course. Neil Montserrat taking over for the second half of the race. The team boss is the leader, Emil Yerdrum, limping the car home with damage after Charles Dawson got rear-ended earlier on. But no such dramas for Zach Meekin, who took over from Tom Leben. Meekin will cross the line to win. Elite Motorsport finally getting those results that they've deserved all season on the board. A victory and a full haul of points for Meekin and Porter ahead of Jamie Day and Mikey Porter. And then Mikey Porter and Matt George finishing third. But Zach Meekin and Tom Leben are your winners.
Probably been a lot of hard work put in throughout this weekend. I'm sure you guys would like to put in some thank yous.
Yeah, everyone apart from Ed. Yeah, everyone else at Elite, but not Ed.
Yourself, Zach.
I'd like to thank everyone. Me and Ed have some good karaoke when race ended, and I got to thank Tom as well for putting the car where it was.
Good karaoke. Any songs you sing in particular?
Well, we were singing Radio Gaga, so it's all good.
All we hear is Leben and Meekin at the Circuit Ricardo Tormo. They claim the win in the Pro class and bring themselves ever closer to the top two in the championship. Pro-Am to ME Motorsport, a successful weekend for them. Di Martin and Neil Montserrat win for NM Racing Team in the AM class. And the duo of Neuser and Sander win in Cayman Trophy. That's it then for Valencia. Next up, we head to Aragon for round 5. Make sure you join us on the first weekend of March.